it's Alyssa here with Harry Robinson Buick GMC. I'm here with my friend Jackie, one of our sales consultants, and we're going to show you around the new 2013 Acadia and one of its competitors, and point out some of the important safety features and others that are important this season. Take it away, Jackie.
Hey guys, today we're looking at the new 2013 GMC Acadia. The Acadia has been completely revamped this year with some features that are for safety as well as for appearance. One of the first things I want to talk to you about is the brand new front fascia. You'll notice that the Acadia did have the waterfall rollover look before. We've actually brought that upright to give it more of an SUV look this year. As we continue around the car, you'll notice we've got the new cat-eye slanted front lenses. That is a feature that we are hoping will make the GMC Acadia something you'll be able to notice when it's coming down the road, and that's going to be a new signature feature that we're really excited about. As we come through, another feature that we've got is the new body side moldings. This feature is designed to keep our look extremely fluid and carry all the way through the vehicle, drawing your eye straight to the rear where we've done some new changes as well for you. We've continued the sleek design with the rear head tail lamps and included the new GMC logo in those lamps here. That's something that's really cool. Whenever your tail lights light up, you'll be able to see that GMC and everybody will know that you're driving a quality vehicle. Something we've also done, we've listened to our consumers who have talked to us about the rear glass, and so we've actually wrapped this glass now so it's going to go all the way around, covering the steel D pillar that we've actually included in this vehicle on the A, B, C, D pillar, rocker arm, and the roof rail. Everything is going to be steel, making it strong and for your family. Something else I want to talk to you guys about today, this one is an SLT1, so it does have the rear hatch that opens up. But I want to talk to you as a mother and as a person who does have a family about some of the features that make it just a little more convenient for our customers. You'll notice that this vehicle here is actually a 7-passenger. It comes with a standard bench seat, but this one, as you'll see as I so easily lay these third row down for you, does have the second row captain's chairs in it, so you're actually going to be able to seat 7 in this vehicle. As easily as that was for me to lay these seats down, you'll see you now have optimal cargo space. So for our moms who are needing to carry something like a playpen or stroller or anything like that, we've got a 60-40 split bench, so you still can have 2 of your seats and have this long open area, or vice versa. Whichever space you need, we're going to be ready for you. You saw how easy it was for me to lift that seat back up and set it and have it ready for your family. Now I know as well as any mom does that whenever you are trying to get your vehicle loaded up with the things you need for your day, you've got kids coming in and out of the house, screaming, crying, trying to get your attention at that time. So what I wanted to show you with that feature was how easily it may be, even if you're holding a child, holding the hand of a child, to be able to reach in, raise that seat up, and get the vehicle ready for your family, as well as pushing the seat down. Now we're talking about comparisons today, and one of the vehicles that we wanted to talk to you about was the Ford Explorer and how it compares as far as ease and size and just the ability to work for your family. So we've actually pulled an Explorer up here for you today, just so that we can show you some of those features. Now what I'll talk to you about first of all, this one is a Ford Explorer Limited, but you'll notice that it does not have a power liftgate on it. Now this is your third row of seats. Even with this third row of seats, you'll notice you're still only going to seat 7. That's the most you're ever going to be able to seat in this vehicle. So where mine has an available 8th row passenger, this one, or 8-seat passenger vehicle, this one actually is just a 7-person. Now what I want to talk to you about is, you notice how easily I was able to lay the seats down in the Acadia and raise those up virtually with one hand, so I'm still able to keep a hand free. But this vehicle, it's actually got several steps to be able to put those seats down. Now you'll notice you have instructions here that'll tell you how to lay them down, and it says do 1 first, which will fold the seat down.
Oh, gotta get that headrest.
Which actually didn't even work correctly.
There we go.
There we go. So we're going to push 1 first, and then we're going to pull 2, and then we're going to grab this one, and it flips over. Needing both hands, 3 steps, kind of confusing. I'll try it again now that I'm kind of familiar with how to do it. So it's saying to pull this, and then you're going to go 1, which folds it down, then 2, you pull, but then you got to go back to here to release that. Now, it does offer a flat surface just like the GMC Acadia does, but it's much more complicated. But now you've got it folded down, and it doesn't really tell you how to fold it back up. It says to pull on the latch, so I'm going to do that and set it up here. But now how do I know what to do? I would assume you'd pull here, but you don't. So if I go here, nope, that's going to put it back down. So if I go here, see. Okay, there we go. Now we've got it lifted back up and set the headrest back in. So I think, let's see here, I think I pulled this one. Okay, so I've got it figured out. Something else I want to talk to you about though. First of all, do you notice how far back these seats are setting in this vehicle? You'll notice that this seat is actually sitting about right here, which is behind the wheel well. Now, I don't know about you, but I remember when I was in school, and the best place to sit was in the back of the bus. Why? Because it was fun. You were bouncing and jumping all over the place. But let's think about it. Do we really want our kids being thrown all over the back of this vehicle? Because that's the experience they're going to have. So that's something to think about. The other thing I'd want you to think about is the safety of that feature. Now, you'll notice in the Acadia as we go back, your seat is actually going to be located where they're sitting right in the center of this wheel. So that's going to give them a good stable seat as well. But the other feature that I want to talk about is this is actually a rear impact zone that we've designed on the GMC Acadia. We want this vehicle to be able to sustain a rear impact and still keep your family safe. With as far back as that seat is sitting in the small area that they're offering, that's something I'd really have to think about if I were in the market for one of these vehicles. The other thing I'd want to talk to you about is the headrest. Now, my headrest is up right here, allowing optimal viewing all the way across. You're not going to lose that. But if you look back at the Explorer, with those headrests in place, you're basically losing all but this little center square of your rear vision. That's something to really think about as you're looking in the market for a vehicle. A couple of the new features that we want to talk to you about today, we have some that are extremely exciting. As we move around to this side, I want to talk to you about one that is something that GM is the very first to offer, and that is a center stack airbag. Basically, when GM sent its engineers out to do research on how these accidents are occurring, one thing that they heard over and over and over was that a lot of head, neck, and back injuries happen when your passenger and driver collide in a side impact. So what GM has done is they have actually installed an airbag that's a center stack airbag that will actually come up to come in between the driver and passenger of this vehicle. I'm going to move around to the other side so that Alyssa can show you guys exactly where that comes out, and I'll explain to you a little more on how it works.
Let's get right in here. It's said that 17% of all fatalities are because of the driver and the passenger colliding, and that's why this is so important. You'll see the tag right here.
This center stack airbag is actually designed, you'll have a tearaway zone here. So in the unfortunate incident that you are involved in a side impact airbag, this is actually going to split and an airbag is going to come out from here. Now, I'd encourage you to go on to YouTube. We have a link on there, and Alyssa will add that onto this video as well. But it's if you just put in your search engine GM Acadia Center Airbag, it will actually bring it up, and it's going to show you whether you're alone as a driver or as a driver and passenger, just how awesome that feature is and what it's going to mean for you and your family. This is going to open, covers here. It's going to assist you with internal injuries from the center console, as well as head-to-head collisions. So it's a huge safety feature that we're very excited about. A couple of the other features as we enter into the vehicle that I want to talk to you about is one that's I think a really cool feature, because I know personally myself and people that I ride with, I'm extremely hot-natured. Now, Alyssa, being the tiny little thing she is, she's extremely cold-natured. So if she and I were riding together, the dual zone climate control would be something that we would love, because I could set mine at 65 and she could set hers at 70, and we're both going to be comfortable in our ride in our GMC Acadia. Actually, she's going up even further. But myself being the mischievous person that I am, one feature that I would love is when Alyssa wasn't looking, I would use this new sync feature. Basically what that's going to do, if you'll watch your dials, when I push that sync feature, I just stole Alyssa's control. So I've actually taken hers to 65 just like me. So this is for all you women that are having hot flashes, or for all you men who like it just a little bit cooler. You can actually override your passenger just by hitting that sync button. It's going to take the entire vehicle to the temperature that you want. So that's a cool way to be a little sneaky. Now, the other feature that is really cool is we've allowed your rear passengers to have control over their own heat and air. Since we are one of the very few vehicles that actually has second and third row vents, that's going to keep it from pushing so hard on the people up front, freezing you to death just trying to get them cooled off. So we've allowed them to have control of their own features. Now, I don't know if your kids are like mine, but my kids love to get in and set it extremely hot or extremely cold, forget about it, and in a few minutes they're burning up and don't know why. So what we have installed is we've actually installed the ability for us to be able to take over control of that if we notice that they're falling asleep or for whatever reason that we need to be able to take over control. And what you're going to do is you're actually going to push this rear button. You'll notice that this control goes to rear, and you'll have 5 seconds to set the rear control wherever you'd like to set it before that feature goes back off here in just a second, and then you have actually overcame that rear control. Really cool feature, allows you to be able, so basically something that I love, here is the driver in this seat. I can have control over the entire vehicle, whether it be syncing up for my front passenger or taking control over the rear whenever I need to. So those are some really cool features that I was excited to learn about when I went to my last training. One more thing I want to point out to you real quick, you'll notice is that our front dash screen has been completely redesigned. We've got an 8-inch color touch screen now, but some of the features that we've been offering on our premium products that we're now going to make standard features are our IntelliLink features. Now I've pulled up the home screen so you can kind of see what some of those features are. As I hit the next button, we'll go through, and we're talking about some internet radio station or systems like Pandora and a smart radio Stitcher option. Those are really great features that most of you are probably already using on your phones, but you can now link straight into your vehicle as well. So when you spend all that time checking out those radio stations and deciding what you love, you don't have to do it over and start completely from scratch when you enter into your vehicle. We can hook right up with your cell phone. So those are also some great features that I wanted to make sure that you were familiar with. So I guess that's all I have for today. I'm talking to you about the new 2013 GMC Acadia and some of the great features that it has for you. Keep watching for more videos to come. We'll be talking about the Enclave and some of the other features. But one more thing I did want to bring up to you that I just remembered. You know, we were talking about how the Ford Explorer was competition with the GMC Acadia, and they definitely do make a nice vehicle. They just don't have all the features that we have and haven't thought about some things that our engineers have. But one thing I did want to bring to your attention is, while the Explorer may be a vehicle that will have a third row seat, when you think about it and you think about the safety and security features, I think that you'll see that that may not be exactly a third row seat that you want to take the time to put up and to be able to put your children in, just because of some of the safety features. But the other thing I want you to think about is that the GMC Acadia in length is actually going to be more substantial. And the vehicle that we have that's going to actually be closer to the size of the Explorer is at 108 inches is going to be actually our GMC Terrain. So if the Explorer is something you're looking at for the size and fuel mileage, I'd encourage you to either step up to the GMC Acadia or think about a more comparably sized vehicle, and that would be the GMC Terrain. But it actually is going to sticker for about $10,000 less. That's all I've got for you today. So I just want to thank Alyssa for inviting me in to go over some of these features with you.
Thanks, Jackie.
You're
Hope
welcome.
You enjoy.